Check out Berlin, guys. There's the hostel A&O. So it's a pretty interesting town here. It's pretty gritty here. There's a lot of grunge type people here. What's a good way? Grunge alternative type people around. I'll show you guys in the video this bar I went to last night. It's pretty cool. It's actually a little bar along the river where you can kind of sit outside and you don't have to sit inside of a bar. It's up here on the right. So you see all this graffiti here in Berlin. So today we're going to go and check out some sites around town here. Check that out. Check out this place, guys. What this is, it's like a little hippie park here with some bars around. Let's see. So let's see, I think take a right over here. It wasn't open earlier, right? So it opens during the nighttime here. Very cool place to hang out. You don't have to go inside of a bar here, but you could just get some booze over here and go to the water here if you want. So I actually expected Germany to be a bit cleaner and more organized than it is, right? What I saw on my way in, so there was traffic. There was a train delay of a little while, right? And they kept changing the time. And then the bus was 45 minutes late, right, on arrival, right? Partially due to traffic. It was a 5-hour ride here to Berlin. A lot of cyclists, but not quite as many as Amsterdam there. And you kind of got this, it's almost like a urban grunge, decay kind of place here, Berlin. Alternative lifestyle type place. So let's get to walking towards center here. I'm just going to walk it. I'm not going to take mass transit here. Strangely, it's kind of chilly here in Germany, right? In summer, in July, right? Very odd. It's like 65 degrees. So it's definitely a lot cooler than what we would have in the US here. Here we have a church that I think maybe looks to be abandoned here. And then we have this, check this out, just this park that is kind of overgrown here. Kind of strange. St. Michael Catholic Church in Berlin. Check out this place, guys. Madness. It looks like the roof has come down here. Let's check this out. So we'll see if we can go inside. Check it out, guys. So I wonder what happened here. Is this like, number one, either the roof came down or else it was bombed, right? Or something like this. I'll check it on Google and just check out what's going on here. So the lady I just passed asked her what the hell happened to the roof here. So it was partially rebuilt, right? Yeah, was it totally rebuilt? That's why it kind of looks like this here. So let's check out the front here. It's strange that they would leave it like halfway done, right? I mean, it does look okay, right? From the outside here. It's just that it's missing a roof here. Check this out, guys, the Berlin Cathedral. So apparently this is legit from about 400 to 500 years ago. It was damaged during World War II, but it was not destroyed like many places around Berlin, right? So many parts of Berlin were destroyed. This apparently survived. I think the Reichstag also, it was damaged, right? It was not destroyed. I don't know why that would be. I don't know why they wouldn't target that building. This up here in the center is an art museum here. Let's go take a closer look at these buildings here. Check this out, guys. Look at this, guys. The marble is black. I don't know why they don't sandblast that, but they have left it as black. That's not, I don't think that is intended. I think it's intended to be white marble. So this is Bundesstraße Street. Bundesstraße. Straße is like straight here. Seems to be that all of the major buildings are along this roadway here, Bundesstraße. So I'm actually staying in A&O Bitte, Berlin Bitte. It's called, or Mitte. So my hostel, it's in a neighborhood called Mitte. Mitte, it just means middle, right? It's a dead center, but it's about 2 miles from the Reichstag here. So it's a pretty long walk here. Here we have some more government buildings, it looks like. Maybe some EU facilities over here. Keep in mind the EU, right? Germany, you know, it's part of the EU, right? So it's like a government that is with the other European countries, right? Same currency, the EU, the euro currency, you know, they have, there's no border controls. Technically, it's not supposed to be any border controls, right? But they do have actually a stop in Germany, but the other countries don't have this, right? So probably that's why they put the capital of the EU over there, Brussels, right? Probably they have some stuff over here as well. Check out the Brandenburg Gate, guys. So, if you remember World War II, right, what's going on there is that they had used this as propaganda, right? The marches and all of this kind of thing there. So, however, it was targeted in World War II. However, they did not destroy it. That's kind of interesting. They damaged it, but I think they repaired the structure there, and it's as it was, right? They didn't have the smart bomb technology like we have today, you know, where they can target specific buildings. So we're going to go to the Reichstag, which is not very far up here on the right. It's about half mile. Check this out, guys. The Reichstag here. So what happened during World War II is that it was damaged by the Red Army. I wouldn't be surprised if it was also targeted by the Americans, right? So apparently it was not destroyed, right? It was just as it is now with some damages, right? So they came back and restored it in the 1950s, right? So now whether it's still in use as a government facility, I'm not sure, or just a museum. Perhaps they have the current government offices over here on the left. But that is definitely interesting, right? You recall that what happened in 1945 is that the Russians came here and they put the flag, the Russian flag, on top of the Reichstag, right? So that was kind of the end of World War II, right? Or at least for Germany, right? Very interesting and an iconic place here. So I'm going to chill out here over in the Mall of Berlin. I'm not sure if this is the largest shopping mall here, but it's one of them. Let's take a look here. Check out this madness, guys. Apparently, I just stumbled across this sign here. What this is here is this was Hitler's bunker. And I guess they went in, bulldozed the bunker and built this apartment complex here. This is just north of the Mall of Berlin, right? So we're not that far off center here, right? Just probably a few thousand feet off center here. But that was at this location. The sign was describing the bunker as having been kind of small, right? So there was air raid bunkers around the city, right? And he just happened to be in this one here. Interesting that a lot of the city, some of it survived, right, the bombing, right? Now, a lot of buildings were probably destroyed, you know, just by random, you know, bombs. All right, I'm gonna go north now, and I'm gonna check out a few other locations here. Check out this park, guys. This is actually pretty cool. But unfortunately, if we go down in this direction of the park here, the other section down here is not maintained, so it's all overgrown there. There's also another major park in Berlin that is not very well maintained. So part of the city has gone downhill, right? I guess you could argue that at some point Berlin has seen better days, right? But I like it okay. You know, it's kind of a gritty place. It's not totally falling into disrepair. It's just not, you know, as big as some of the other world cities at present time here. Check this out, guys. This aircraft, I think it's a Nord 262. Let's go take a look at this here. So I'm going to go check the board here and take a look at the explanation for this aircraft. Now, this is not like World War II era aircraft here. This looks more modern. Let's see, Nord 262. Let's see. Wow. So yeah, okay. This is a modern, relatively modern, right? It's about 40 years old here. But this is the plane that, let's see here, was in an accident, Nord 262, right? It flew back in the 60s and 70s and 80s here, and it looks like it had a little bit of a crash landing here in this field here, and they just left it, which is kind of interesting here. It's smaller than what we have in the U.S., you know, like the 737 or 707, like this. But that is it. So hopefully they have some other World War II era things that I can look at tomorrow here.